In this video, we're going to be talking about vision boards, why they haven't been working for you no matter how hard you try, what you can do different, and 3 quick tips for manifesting that'll get you results today, tomorrow, very, very quickly. So my name is Aurora, this is Abundant Minds, and let's get into it. All right, guys, so vision boards is the topic today, and I don't know about you, but I don't have enough fingers to count how many vision boards I have tried to make, and I have actually made them, and I have tried to manifest that way, and it never, ever worked. It never came through for me that way, and so I started trying different things, and what I stumbled across brought amazing results. So I'll tell you a quick story. I grew up in the Midwest, and we are so geographically far from everything that a lot of people live and die without ever seeing an ocean or needing a passport or going to another country. And I am a hopeless wanderer at heart, so I decided many years ago when my daughter was very small, I decided that I was going to travel. I didn't know at the time where I was going to get the money to do it. I didn't know how or where I was even going. I just knew I had to travel. I had to see the ocean. I had to see life. So what I did is I threw out my vision boards because they weren't working for me. And I went and I got a ocean scented candle, probably from the dollar store. I don't remember. And I actually looked up YouTube videos that had live streams of cameras on beaches around the country. I was watching one in Florida. I think there was one in Washington and one in California that I was watching. And every morning I would have my cup of coffee. I would light my little candle. I would smell the ocean. I would be listening to sounds of the ocean, and I would be watching the ocean. And what I would do is I would imagine that I could feel the tide coming in under my feet. I would imagine the sand under my feet. I started telling people that I was going traveling, even though I had no idea where I was going. They probably thought I was crazy, but I was just so sure that it was going to happen. And probably part of me thought, come on, because I know what you're thinking. Okay, so this is just bluffing. It's not bluffing, because I had decided in my heart that I was going traveling. I didn't know how, but I knew I was going to eventually, because I wasn't going to give up on that dream. So when I started doing all these things, how manifestation works, the universe isn't going to teleport me, from my couch in the Midwest to a beach in Hawaii. That's not how it works. How it does work, at least for me in my world, is it makes opportunities appear. And so the opportunity for me was a friend of mine was going through a divorce, and his wife lived in California. And he had to drive, she got the truck in their divorce. He had to drive this truck to California, and he was going to take a plane back. And on a whim, I was actually off work that weekend, and I normally wasn't. And he said, hey, why don't you go with me? And I said, okay. First plane ride, we flew back. And then what happened, 3 weeks later, I had another opportunity where a friend of mine had just moved to Miami. I had the opportunity to spend one long weekend in the Florida Keys. These opportunities are what I manifested, and I manifested it by using all my senses. So those are my 3 tips for you, is to use all of your senses, trigger them, because your brain is amazingly, beautifully smart, but also kind of dumb. And it doesn't know the difference. When you think about if you think about being somewhere, if you think about having this job, if you think about what it would feel like to be a weight you want, or if you imagine this man that you want to be with, or whatever it is, when you trigger your feelings, your energetic feelings, your brain doesn't know the difference, and the universe doesn't understand the difference. And so what happens is you start aligning your vibration more. I lost my train of thought. So your vibrations will align and become more in sync with the lifestyle that you want. And so that's how it's going to work for you. So the 3 tips are to use all of your senses to manifest. Now, this doesn't have to be with a location. It can be with a job. It can be, maybe you went to work from home. Build a little home office. It doesn't have to be expensive. Get a little desk off like Facebook Marketplace. Get some cheap office supplies. Make a little picture for your wall. And then maybe it's even just a corner of your room. That's your home office. The universe is going to say, oh, she's got a home office. And the job that you want to go in there is going to come for you. It's going to present itself. So prepare for what you want to happen. Use all of your senses and trigger those feelings within you. And those are not just my thoughts, because if you've ever read The Secret, if you've ever listened to Eckhart Tolle, the same thing. And it's that the feeling is where it is. The feeling and the senses is where all the magic happens. I'll tell you a secret. I have decided that me and my family are moving from the Midwest to California now. No idea how we're going to do it. My husband, I still haven't even convinced him, but it's going to happen. And he probably thinks I'm crazy, but I've started slowly packing our home. Now, has he noticed? Maybe not, but I'm packing because we're moving. And I've told myself, I have told a loved one, and now I'm telling all of the people on YouTube that this is happening. I am doing the same things I did when I prepared to travel. I'm manifesting. I'm watching those same live cams. I am going on Google Maps. You can actually walk through neighborhoods and then, trigger that feeling. Instead of thinking, I really want to get a big promotion at work, or I really want to get this new amazing job. Instead of thinking about what you want, which is that vision board mentality again, it's going to keep you in that scarcity, that lack mentality, and that lacking energy. Instead of doing that, think about how it would feel if you got it. If you got that big raise, would you feel a sense of comfort that you could maybe pay your bills easier? Would your life change at all? Would maybe you get a new car? If so, go looking for cars. Go test drive a car that you would buy if you had that higher income. So when you're acting as though it's already here and putting yourself in that mindset and putting yourself in the physical situations, that's when it starts happening for you. So those vision boards are wonderful if, when you look at them, you are imagining yourself in it rather than seeing the gap between where you are and where you want to be. So I really hope that helped. I know I am still kind of new and green at the whole YouTube thing, so I really hope that you've gotten value from this. Please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And we do spirituality, mindset, growth, and entrepreneurship here at Abundant Minds. So if that's the kind of thing you're into, if I seem like your tribe, then I hope you stick around. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments what you are trying to manifest. If you're stuck on anything, let me know in the comments, and I personally will help maybe give you direct suggestions on what you want to achieve. So I'm Aurora, and you have a wonderful day.